Hello guys, welcome back to Golem Beat Tutorials. I'm your host, Danny. Now Golem lovers, I hear you. I want to make some epic Golem beats, but all my beats are trash. That's okay, because today, my Golemettes, we've got 5 beat tips for you to level up your beat game. Let's get into it. Let you in on a little secret. Chords, music theory. I mean, that's what it is. It's a theory, okay? Meaning chords have never been proven to be a real thing. Now, what does that mean for us? Well, if we come to the piano, let me just pull up the scene here. Okay, so we've got our piano. Now let's say we want our piece to be in A minor. Okay, here's our A minor one. You used to that? Okay. Now if we want to make our chords, we need a chord progression. So let me just show you what that looks like. Okay. So I play this, and then if I want to like change it, all you gotta do is just like play like different notes, like, see? What? Or even, now that is different. Alright, now that you know that you can put different notes to make different chords, let's move on to tip number 2. Alright, so now that you've got a good basis for your chords, we need to talk about melody. Melody is an essential part of any song. If you can think of a song, it has a melody. Well, I know what you're thinking. Danny, how do I write a fire melody like in Handel's keyboard suite number 4 in D minor, Sarabande? Well, I'm here to tell you, it's really easy. Coming back to the keyboard here, as you can see, we have a wide range of notes to play with for our melody. Now, because we're in A minor, we're going to start with D. D is like a really good note. Something I like to do and have done for literally all my songs. For every melody I write, it's as simple as this. You get your fist and you crush it into a ball. You see that? You see this motion? This crushing motion. Every single artist, guitarist, pianist, doesn't matter. They crush their fist into a ball, place it on the piano. And you can see this on the screen. You start from D. Every single song starts with D. And you just start sliding up and down. Alright, let's record it. So we're going to want to make sure our track is armed, of course. And then we're going to click the record button. And we're going to want to hit the metronome. And metronomes are only used for melody and nothing else. Alright, so starting from D, we have our track armed, we're recording. Check this out. Check out this motion. Anyone can do this. Alright, so what was that? Well, that is how all art is made. You have to cover all aspects that the instrument provides, and then the secret sauce, the secret sizzle, when you go into the notes themselves. Now what we have looks like this garbled mess, you know, it's kind of pretty in a way. We say, okay, what notes did we not want in there? Now, if we play this back, we can hear a couple artifacts and a couple dissonant notes that are bad. I mean, every single dissonant note in any piece of music is bad. What you do is you turn this button on, scale. Now, what's a scale? A scale tells you every note that's in the key adjacent to the one that you put when you first started up the program, not the one that you set after you started up the program. So what that means is when I first started up Ableton, The default key is G sharp Dorian sharp 4. In this case, every single black note is not in our scale. So come here, delete. Come here, delete. Oh, missed one over here. Delete. Now you'll do this until the melody is as good as any melody that exists. All right, now let's play that back. Tip number 3. A lot of artists don't know how to use ad-libs in their music, and they'll take them from outside sources. You want to hear original sounds, you want to hear original music, you want to hear original ad-libs. We're going to grab our mic, we're going to hold it sideways, kind of like a watermelon, to this part of the mic, and all you have to do is provide little sound blips, and preferably the louder, the better. Alright, so here I go. And with a little bit of quantization, that's going to sound good in literally any arrangement you can come up with. Trust me. Tip number 4, baby, drums. So many producers get so stuck up and caught up in drums. Drum programming, drum EQ. Drums are the easiest thing you can possibly write in any piece of music, all right? And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean right now. Now, as artists, we must remember that drums can offer a super bland sound, an amazing like push and pull, articulation of the rhythm of the hexioplasts in your inner ear, causing meningitis and kidney failure at some point. To accomplish this, we must understand the basics of drum programming. All right, here I have a drum plugin. It has a bunch of like useless stock drums and like, sounds that just are literally totally useless for any piece of music literally ever made. So all you really need is the snare, this guy, the crash cymbal, and the ride. Those are the 3 drums in every piece of music I think ever made, and they're the only ones that ever are really used. So we're gonna find where the snare is. All right, so now if I zoom out here, you can see we got our snare, our crash, and our ride. So with the ride, you're going to want to turn the velocity up every single time. Split this in half if we can, and then Control D duplicates. And so if you hold Control D, hopefully none of those are like getting off beat, but probably not. You're going to want to take half of them out, and the best way to do that is by manually selecting each one. Now, a crash cymbal is your most used drum. It should be your most used drum, no matter what. I literally don't want to hear it in the comments. Like I know some early musicians are hesitant to like spam the crash, but literally I'm telling you to spam the crash. The crash has a unique ability that it can never be overused in any song. You have to fill in the empty space, right? So we're gonna fill in the empty space here by putting this as low as we can, and then just doing that Control D thing again. It'll get louder as it goes to mimic like an echo effect, just like in real life. Okay, and then another thing that for every like drum pattern, drums can be really robotic. Like if you have precise timing, there is no drummer that is like precise with their drumming. Like they're never gonna like get timing is like right, So we come to the humanize and drag that to, if we want it to be 100% human, we drag it to 100%. But I'm feeling an 86. Okay, so that's all I'm going to show you today. Moving on to tip number 5. All right, for my final tip of the day, number 5. Mixing is commonly like, oh no, I don't know how to mix my tracks, and I'm scared that my it'll be muddy because I didn't cut out the low end all you have to do for mixing, and especially in 2025, is you come to your main or your master, and you're gonna want to see where it says drop audio effects here. You go to your audio effects. Like if you want to like amp up your music, you just put an amp. Try wet. I don't want wet music. It wants wet music. That'd be gross. Every mix needs a compressor, and that goes for every single track, by the way. Drag a compressor on every single track because they literally all need it. Now you drag saturator on every track as well, and what that does is it like, you know, when you saturate in Photoshop and all the colors get like really good, well, this makes all the sounds really good. What we're doing is we're changing all the bad frequencies to good frequencies. And grab an EQ. Now this is the hard part. In Ableton, the stock EQ is EQ8, so that's the one I'll use for this video. Now you're only gonna want to put this on your main, and basically turn off all of your sounds so you can't hear the beat at all, and then just like start playing it, and then come into the main and look at the graph of the EQ. Just see where it's loudest and make sure that of course goes higher, because the louder sounds, like this is kind of like a gate, and you're just like telling it, you're basically trying to replicate the exact wave that you're seeing here. This is probably good. It's looking pretty good. So we replicated our waveform pretty closely, and that is literally all EQ is. All right guys, I just finished arranging the beat. You know, I added a couple like little things like reverb and delay, but those are all things that everybody understands anyway. So, you know, if you need help with that, go watch some other dude's video. My video is pretty definitive. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy. Spent a lot of time doing this, about 4 minutes. So if we go in here and we click play, here, let me zoom in a little so you can really see the process, of course. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's sit back and listen.
Subscribe!